Hey y'all, what's up? This is Rosie. So, a day or two ago, I was scrolling around on Facebook, minding my own business, and I came upon this old newspaper article. And the person who posted it said something like, well, this didn't age well. And what they were talking about was the article was about Michael Keaton taking on the role of Batman, which he did quite successfully in 1989 with Tim Burton at the helm. So, um, underneath the smiling picture of Michael Keaton was Keaton, seriously? And when you know of Michael Keaton, what we knew of him back then, those of us who did know about him, you knew that he was a comedic actor or starred in comedic films. I knew him from a year before in Beetlejuice. I knew him from Mr. Mom. I didn't know him as a serious actor. See, I think it is in that article that serious Batman fans were not happy with the campy, almost comedic approach to Batman taken famously by Adam West and Burt Ward as Robin in the 60s, Batman and Robin. And so all I knew of Batman back then was those old reruns and the cartoon productions that came out, Super Friends and all of that. I didn't know much about Batman other than that. I knew there was a comic, I had just never read them. And so I read that fans of Batman weren't happy with that, and they were going to make a movie of Batman, and it was going to be more serious. And so this person who wrote the article was like, well, I guess they went back on their word. That was the general sentiment. And they didn't think that Michael Keaton could pull it off. Well, I walked into a movie theater on a Sunday in August of 1989 with my aunt, uncle, two of my cousins, and my uncle's youngest sister. We sat down at the front of the theater, our eyes looked up at the screens, and we were blown away. Michael Keaton came on that screen dressed as Batman, kicking ass, and just did a phenomenal job. A phenomenal job. The only thing that messed that movie up for me was there was this boy behind us telling his friend beside him every single thing that was going to happen in every single scene. He was telling him everything. He ruined the entire movie. I mean, talk about spoiler alert. This boy ruined the entire film. Nobody told him to shut up. I wish somebody did, but nobody did. And anyway, other than that, when we walked out of the theater, I was pissed off at that boy, but knew that I loved Michael Keaton as Batman. And that was the general sentiment of a lot of Gen Xers, probably most Gen Xers. He was our Batman. He still is my Batman. Now, a lot of people will say that Christian Bale outdid Michael Keaton, and you have the right to say that. That's your opinion. I don't think that, but then again, it's not fair for me to say that considering I haven't watched his movies. I've seen clips here and there, but just couldn't really get into a full movie. I can't get past the voice he uses as Batman. I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'll take back what I said. Maybe he did outdo Michael Keaton. I don't know. I just know that I can't get past the voice, so whatever. But anyway, everybody has their opinion of who the better Batman is, and that's fine. To get off the subject of the newspaper clipping, and speaking of that one more time, I'm wondering what that person thought after the movie came out and did so well in the box office. What did they, because you know they had to have seen it. They had to. So I'm just wondering what their reaction was to the movie after seeing Michael Keaton do so well. So well, in fact, that he did a second movie, and I think he was supposed to do a third but pulled out when Tim Burton was no longer on the project. But I heard it said in some videos on YouTube that Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, fucking voice, shit, sorry, that Tim Burton's Batman was the start of the cool movie aesthetic of the 90s that took hold. And when you think of cool movie, think movies like The Crow, Blade, The Matrix, movies like that. And I can see where they get that, because the whole look of Batman and Batman Forever, they were very dark, they weren't colorful, they were more serious, more just gothic. It was very gothic, and I liked it because I'm a bit of a goth. But anyway, yeah, I can see where they get that. After the two movies that Michael Keaton did, they tried Batman with Val Kilmer, and in his version there was Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, Jim Carrey played the Riddler, and it was very colorful. Val Kilmer was Batman. Did I already say that? Val Kilmer was Batman, and it was kind of more colorful, and it wasn't as serious, I guess. But I did watch that. I have seen it more than once. I can't say that I love it. It was okay. It was passable, but I didn't love it. It's not that I didn't give it a chance. Like I said, I've seen it more than once, but I just can't love it. As for the fourth one, famously panned because George Clooney and I think Chris O'Donnell or O'Connell, was it O'Donnell? Anyway, he played Robin. Alicia Silverstone played Batgirl. And I saw that in theaters with my now ex-husband. He at the time was my boyfriend. Vivica A. Fox was in it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it. I didn't love that one either. We saw that one in the movie theater on our birthday because we shared a birthday. But anyway, we saw it and I thought it was corny. I didn't tell y'all Uma Thurman was in it, but Uma Thurman was in it. But there were too many villains, and I didn't love it. It was alright for the time, but the more I think about it, and I have seen that one more than once too. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, in fact. And the more I watched it, the more I saw why people panned it. I don't think George Clooney did a particularly bad job as Batman, but it wasn't the best Batman portrayal. It's almost like Michael Keaton did Batman twice, and it was like, yeah, y'all can't follow that. Y'all can't follow that. But Christian Bale did, and his movies were quite popular. People still love them to this day, as far as I know. And like I said, I'm pretty sure he did a phenomenal job. I just couldn't get into the movies. But with that being said, I am going to go. I have nothing else to say. I'm all out of words. So I'm going to go. As usual, there is a donations link in the description. If you would hit that, help support me and my channel. I would thoroughly appreciate that. You will be helping me out more than you could ever possibly realize. A wise man once said you have to build your tribe one person at a time. If you would like to be a part of my tribe, hit that subscribe button no matter what generation you are from. I would be so glad to have you. Thank you guys so much for wasting time with me. I love y'all so much. Hope to see y'all on the next one. Bye for now.